Hey, what's up guys, Lofton TCG here, coming at you with some new support that looks like it could be at least branded support. So, you know I had to hop on this. It's 2 o'clock in the morning here. I just got home and I just had to absolutely talk about some of this support because, man, these cards are looking absolutely crazy. we're just gonna get into it. Alright, so I don't really know if it's bisted or bisted, so I'm just going to kind of leave the first word out here, and we're going to go with the second name of these monsters. The Magnamut is a Dragon Effect monster, Dark Level 6, 25, 2000. You can only use the first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. You can target one light or dark monster in either graveyard, banish it, and if you do, special summon this card from your hand. This is a quick effect if your opponent controls a monster. Therefore, it turns into a hand trap. If this card is special summoned, you can activate this effect. Add one dragon monster from your deck or graveyard to your hand during the end phase of this turn, except a copy of this card. So, that immediately tells me, as the branded Albaz Despia player, that I'm going to, on your turn 1, banish one of your light and dark extenders from your graveyard, special summon this monster, and then at the end phase, I'm going to search a Fallen of Albaz to summon on my turn and to hopefully out the extra deck monster you've put on the board. If you play a dragon deck, the possibilities are actually just way more infinite there. The second monster is Serenir, Dragon Dark. All of these, I believe, are Dragon Dark, or they're at least dragons. Level 6, 25, 2000. Again, you can only use the first and second effect once per turn. You can target one light or dark monster in either graveyard, banish it, and if you do, special summon this card from your hand. This is a quick effect if your opponent controls a monster, the same as the first one. If this card is sent to the graveyard, you can send one, you got me Konami, bisted or bisted monster, except a copy of this card, or one branded spell or trap from your deck to the graveyard. That's kind of crazy. That can actually start your turn by sending Branded Fusion to the graveyard, and when you get a tragedy in the graveyard, you won't be triggering the effect to search a monster, and you'll just be adding the Branded Fusion back from your graveyard. So we're also looking for some more branded spell and traps, which I do believe are in this leak, but I think there will be some in the set too. But tons of lines of combos that you can do with this as well. I definitely think a couple of these are going to end up being splashable in the branded Despia type of builds. Alright, and here we have Druid Worm, a copycat of everything else, Dark Level 6, 25, 2000, and same first effect. Second effect, if this card is sent from the field to the graveyard, you can target one opponent's special summon monster and send it to the graveyard. Not as powerful as the other ones, but a little more Fallen of Albaz versatile, I believe. He kind of does look like Lubellion here, so I kind of get that line of thought process as far as, you know, getting an extra deck monster off the board, because generally Lubellion will be shuffling itself back and to be special summoning an extra deck monster from the extra deck, which is mostly Mirror Jade. Alright, now this guy changes things up a little bit, and actually looks like I misspoke, because this is technically the Lubellion. So again, Lubellion, Dragon Effect Light Level 8, 25, 3000. It's a carbon copy of the Fusion Lubellion. Cannot be normal summon or set, must be special summon from hand or graveyard, which is awesome, by tributing one level 6 or higher dark dragon monster. As far as the archetype of this specific archetype goes, that's probably really useful. I can't see this being super splashable in like a pure branded Despia build, but let's go on. You can only special summon one of these monsters once per turn this way. You can only use first and second effect of this card's name each once per turn. Effect number 1, you can send this card from your hand to the graveyard, add Konami. One bisted or bisted monster from your deck to your hand, except a copy of this card. So cool, it's the Rhoda. Awesome. If it's a pure build, this would definitely be a 3 of, because we always max out on researchers when possible. And then effect number 2, during your main phase, you can place one branded continuous spell or trap from your deck face up in your spell and trap zone. Let's go, another way to search branded lost. That is awesome. But I'm guessing that we've got a little bit more branded spell, continuous spell, and continuous traps with this archetype. Alright, this card is absolutely crazy. Albaz. It's a dragon effect, light, level 12, 35, 35. Cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned from your hand and or your graveyard by tributing 2 Bisted monsters. So that's really awesome because it is a light. You can actually use this as fusion material for a Lubellion, just off the top of my head. Get it in the graveyard and then be able to special summon when you get to the archetype on the board to tribute. But this card is crazy. First effect, while you control this card summoned this way, negate the effects of all ritual, fusion, synchro, XYZ, and link monsters on the field. Holy crap, it is a skill drain on legs. 35-35. That's beefy. That is beefy. That's hard to beat. And then number 2, if this face-up card you control leaves the field by an opponent's effect, you can banish all face-down cards and each player's extra deck face-up until your opponent's end phase. That means your opponent just loses their extra deck for that turn. That's absolutely crazy. I don't know what they were thinking when they printed this card. There's absolutely no reason for this. Konami, I would like to speak to you in private. Please message me. Thank you. All right, and here we have a copy of what's called Rebranded. And I do believe this is going to count as a branded spell, so that's awesome. You can only use the first effect of this card's name once per turn. Also, you can only use the second effect of this card's name once per chain. Not once per turn, once per chain on the second effect. If a light and or dark monster or monsters is banished, you can target one of them. Place it on the bottom of the deck, and if you do, draw 1 card. It doesn't even have to be your monster. That is crazy. It could be your opponent's. That doesn't matter. That's crazy. I like that. I like that. I like that. Once per turn, when your opponent normal or special summons a monster, you can target 1 Bisted monster in your graveyard and special summon it. So, second effect, probably not the most powerful. It can definitely have some synergy with the archetype itself. But the first effect, that's crazy. It definitely gives Branded an extra way to draw another card per turn. And the last bit of support here, we have a continuous trap card, Branded Beast. You can only use the second effect of this card's name once per turn. Once per turn, during the main phase, if you control a Bisted monster, you contribute 1 dragon monster, then target 1 card your opponent controls, destroy it. Okay, that's fair. You know, spot removal, that's awesome. An Optimistic Mind, we love that. Cool, we absolutely love that. And then effect number 2, during the end phase, you can target 1 branded continuous spell or trap card in your graveyard, place it face up from the field. Let's go! Another way to just put Branded Lost onto the field by dumping it, sending it. That puts so much synergy with Albion the Shrouded Dragon. You can just send a spell to the graveyard, and with this, you can just place it back into the spell and trap zone. That is absolutely amazing. I love that. And that's going to do it for this video. I really wanted to hop on this because I definitely feel like this is somewhat up my alley as far as talking about Branded. I had to hop on here, make this video, and get it out to you guys because I think these are crazy, and I absolutely love that Konami is continuing the Fallen of Albaz / Despia storyline. What happened to Albaz? You know, and that tricky Aluber is up to something. So I can't wait to find out what the rest of the year has played out for this lore. I think it's the best lore that Konami has ever released, and I don't want it to end. So that's going to be the video. Please, please, please tell me that you liked it. Have a good day.